Hi everyone. So if you're watching this video, it's probably because you just finished a workout, you're sweaty, you're tired, your heart rate is up. That's great. This video is here to help you cool down slowly. So it's really important, especially with Parkinson's when you're exercising, that you cool down slowly, you bring your heart rate down, you do a little bit of stretching, and you ease your body back into its regular mode. We want to make sure that we don't cause any injury, that your muscles are nice and stretched out, and that you're ready to go for the rest of your day or whatever you've got coming in the next few days. So this is not by any means all the stretches and exercises that you need to do to loosen up those muscles and get things moving with Parkinson's, but it's a few. So I'm going to show you a few exercises in standing and a few in seated. We're going to bring that heart rate down slowly and then show you a few stretching exercises, okay? So you've just been working out, your heart rate's high, so we're going to start by bringing that heart rate down slowly. The way we're going to do that is by actually stepping and lifting those knees up. Okay, so you're probably breathing hard and tired. We're going to do this 30 or so times, or until you feel like your breathing starts to return to normal. When you feel like your breathing starts to slowly return to normal, you can start to slow it down a little bit. And we're just going to keep at this to slowly bring that heart rate down. What you don't want to do after exercise is just stop suddenly, right? You don't want to stop, let your blood pool. We risk fainting. We risk more stiffness, things that we just don't want. So let's slowly bring that heart rate down, like I said, and give you some stretches to cool that body nice and slowly. So we'll bring that speed down slowly. Good work. Do another 10 seconds at that slow speed. Good. Good. Now we're going to get our heels to our bum. We did this in warm-up, but we're going to do it nice and slow. So we're just going to shift our weight side to side, kick those heels up towards the bum, and slowly keep moving, but start to slow things down. That's it. Heels to the bum, nice and slow. Take some deep breaths in your nose and out your mouth. That's it. Good work. Slow it down. We know that yoga, meditation, those things are very, very good for Parkinson's, or people living with Parkinson's. So now is a good time after your workout to do a few minutes of meditation. I put some links below to some really easy, simple guided meditation and breathing exercises where you can follow along and just let that body relax, let that mind relax, give those pathways a chance to settle and for things to settle in from all that work you've done during the workout. Good. Okay, a few more kicks, heels to the bum. That's it. Good work. We're going to get our feet nice and wide. We're going to put our hand on the hip on one side, and we're going to lean all the way over. You're going to use this hand to push that hip in the opposite direction. And we're not going to stay here too long. We're going to come all the way up, shift the hips over to the other side. So you should feel a stretch in the adductors and the inside of the thigh there. Up and over to the other side. Good work. Big stretches. You should feel a stretch here and in the side. Big stretches up and over. This should be the feel-good part after your workout. Endorphins are flowing. Now is the time when you think about how good it feels after you exercise. I always meditate for a moment after a workout on how good it feels after you've done it, because that's going to be your motivation to get up and do it next time. Good work. Big stretches. Very nice. Okay, we're going to turn to one side. That toe's going to come up. We're going to stick our bum back and reach down towards our toes. So you saw this as a dynamic exercise in the warm-up where we were coming up and down and switching legs. Now we're just going to hold for a few seconds. Chest is lifted. You should feel a stretch in the hamstring. And if you pull the toes up, you should feel a nice stretch in the back of the calf. Good. And we're going to switch legs. Lift the toes up. That's it. Hold for a few seconds there. And we're going to switch legs again. Very nice. Good work. Holding there, sticking that bottom back. And we switch again. Use those hands to push that hip backwards. Chest is nice and tall. You should feel a nice stretch. You don't want to go past anything that's mild discomfort. So don't push into anywhere where it's painful. Just feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg and in the calf. Good work. Very nice. We're going to come up to standing again. We're We're going to open up that chest, and we're going to bring those arms back and away from us to stretch out those chest muscles. So open up that chest, lift, squeeze the arms back, and we're just going to hold there. If you have a doorway, you can do this stretch in a doorway. So you put the forearms on both sides on the doorway, and you step your chest through the doorway, and that will give you a really nice chest stretch. I don't have a doorway here, so I'm going to pretend. So open up that chest. Very nice. Bring those arms back. Feel a nice stretch in the chest. Good work. That's it. From there, we're going to grab wrist with one hand. You're going to come all the way over to one side. So again, stretching out the side of the trunk. That's where we know, through the trunk, we know we tend to get really stiff with Parkinson's. So let's stretch it out to one side. Grab the opposite wrist with the other. Stretch it out to that side. Good work. If you want a little bit more time in each of these stretches, that's just fine. You can take your time, hold for about 30 seconds in each stretch. I'm speeding it up a little so I can take you through a fair number of them. But if you want to slow it down, just slow it down. Good work. Very nice job. Over to the other side. Very nice. Now, we're going to get into a lunge position. Again, we did a dynamic version of this during warm-up. You're going to take a big step back, and you're going to tuck your bum underneath, lift your body tall until you feel a stretch in that front hip, and we're just going to hold. So just hold there. Big stretch in the front of the hip. Body's tall, shoulders are back. Opening up that chest. Very nice. Again, you can hold for longer here if you're feels good and you're comfortable and you've got a little bit more time, but we're going to switch legs. So we're going to turn all the way around, over to the other side, hip flexor stretch, lift the chest up nice and tall, open up that hip. If you're not feeling it, tuck that bum under, lean back a little bit, and lean forward into that bent leg. You probably won't feel this stretch if you're bent forward like this. So make sure your hips are stacked. Your shoulders, are stacked over those hips. All the way down. Nice big stretch. Good work. Very nicely done. Good. We're going to come back up to center, and we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So we're going to squeeze those shoulders up, pull them down and back, and again, all the way up and down and back. All the way up, down and back. Up towards the ears, down and back. Good, we're going to do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. We're going to come down to the ground. Now, if any of you have done yoga, you'll know this stretch. So we're going to get onto all fours. We're going to reach our bum back towards our heels. We're going to lengthen out that back by reaching our arms forward, tucking your forehead down to the ground, and getting a long stretch all the way through the low back and the side body. You're going to hold there. Now, what we're going to do is crawl your arms over to one side until you feel a stretch through, a stronger stretch through that armpit. You can reach your bum over to that side a little bit to increase that stretch. And you're going to take a deep breath here. So you're going to breathe. Imagine that you're trying to lift the back of your body here. So you're going to take a deep breath in, expand those ribs, and exhale. And we're going to do that once more. Deep breath in through the nose and exhale. And we're going to switch sides. So we're going to reach all the way over to the opposite side. Big long stretch. Very nice. You're going to take a deep breath in. Expand those ribs through the back and exhale. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. Very nice work. Very good job. So, another great yoga stretch. We're going to come into all fours. You're going to arch your back, And then you're going to tuck your bum under, pull your belly button into the spine, and round your back. So they call this cat-cow. It's a great way to mobilize that spine, loosen things up. Tuck all the way up. Imagine somebody's pushing you right from the center of your breastbone, your sternum there, to round you all the way up. Tuck that tailbone right under. And then right from the tailbone, arch the spine. Lift the chin up to the sky. And again, let's do that 2 more times. So round and arch and round and arch. Very nicely done. So we're going to come onto our back now. You're going to lie down. You're going to take one knee into the chest. Okay, you're going to pull that knee into the chest. Reach that other leg nice and long. And now what we're going to do is take our opposite hand over to that knee. We're going to open up through that other hand, and we're going to pull that knee. And I want you to aim that knee over towards your opposite shoulder. Let's make sure my mic is still on for you guys. So I'll pull that knee towards the opposite shoulder, and you should feel a stretch through those glutes, through that bum and hip on that bent side. Now we're going to rock that knee over, take it to the same hand, open up the other arm, and let that knee fall out towards the ground. Now you should feel a stretch here through the inner thigh as you let that knee fall out towards the ground. Good, back to the center. Okay, we're going to do it on the other side. Knee up to the chest, all the way in. Pull over to the opposite shoulder, other arm goes out to the side, and pull that knee in towards the opposite shoulder until you feel a stretch in that hip. Very nice. Now we're going to swap that hand into the other hand, open the other side up, let that knee fall out towards the ground. You can grab on your calf or your knee, wherever is comfortable. You should feel a stretch in the inner thigh there. So one more lying down exercise that I'm going to show you is to stretch out those quads. Now you can do this in standing as well, but if you're doing it in lying down, you're going to grab your heel towards your bum, push your hip forward, keep that leg in line with the hip, so don't let it drop down. Keep it up and in line, pull it back towards you. Good, and just hold. You want to push that hip forward. Very nicely done. And then you're going to just rotate and do the other side. So I'll flip around this way for you, onto the other side. You can lie on that elbow or perch yourself up on the hand. Knee pulls back, hip goes forward. Make sure you're right on that leg underneath. You can bend it if it's more comfortable and feels more balanced. Keep that knee in line with the hip. Push the hip forward and hold. Very nicely done. You should feel a stretch right across the front of that thigh. Very good work. We're going to sit up nice and tall into a tall seated posture. You can sit either in a butterfly position or cross-legged, wherever you're most comfortable. We're going to reach one arm across our body and we're going to stretch that shoulder. So you can reach that arm back or straight across, grab underneath that elbow joint here, or on top of that elbow joint, I should say, not right on the joint, but just above. Across the body, you should feel a stretch in that shoulder. Deep breath in again. Good work. Cooling it right down here. Good, we're going to give a nice big shake to those arms. Give them a good shake and cross over to the other side. Again, you can hold these stretches for longer. You can repeat them again on each side. Take your time. Whatever feels good to you at this point in time is just fine. Very nicely done. Reach over across, stretch that shoulder. Very good work. All right, we're going to shake those arms out. We're going to do some neck rotation. So very often with my clients, I see that they have some limited neck mobility. So what we're going to try and do here is stretch out that neck a little bit. So you're going to start by putting your ear to one shoulder. Now when you do this, make sure that your shoulder isn't coming to your ear. You want to relax that shoulder down. You can reach the hand down to the ground, on that side and the opposite side if it helps. Okay, once you've got that ear to that shoulder, we're going to roll that neck forward and around and over to the opposite side. So same thing, make sure you're feeling a stretch in that neck, but that it's not pulling or painful. Okay, ear to shoulder, not shoulder to ear. Hand pulls down on the opposite side if you want to increase that stretch, and around to the other side again. Good work. So we're going to do a few of those. Around and back. You can do this standing as well if you're more comfortable. And back. Good job. Very nicely done. Very good work. So I'm going to show you one more stretch at the wall, and then you will be done your cool down. All right, so for this last exercise, we're going to stretch out your calves. You're just going to need a wall, something to lean on. You're going to start by reaching one foot back and the other knee towards the wall. So you're going to lean into that front leg. That back leg is straight, and you're going to reach that back heel all the way towards the ground. So stretch into that wall. Now, once you're here, you're going to bend that back knee once you've held for a little bit. You're going to lean back a little bit, and again, same as in the warm-up, you should feel a stretch a little bit further down on the calf, back down towards the back of the ankle. We're going to lean back, stretch into that leg. Going to lean back, stretch into that leg. Good, and then we're going to repeat again on the same leg. So straight leg, you can sneak it in if you want, or back further, wherever you feel a stretch. You're going to lean into that leg, the front one, until you feel a stretch in the back calf. Keep that heel down, body is nice and tall. And then we're going to bend that back leg until you feel that stretch lower down. And now we're going to just repeat on the other side. So back leg goes straight. Again, if you want to hold these for about 30 seconds, that's just fine. I'm going a little bit quicker today, but slow it down to whatever pace you like. We're going to bend that back knee, lean back a little bit until you feel that stretch further down. And repeat again, the same two on that second side. And bend again. Body is nice and tall, using that wall for balance. Good work. So that's the end of our stretch and cool down. Hopefully you've cooled down from that workout nicely. Again, remember that paying attention to how you feel after the workout and how good it feels after you've exercised can really help motivate you to get up and do it the next time around when you may not be feeling like you really want to do it. So I hope you've had a good workout. Again, you can check out our links for some mindfulness and meditation. Now is a good time to do it, or you can use whatever you've been using to do it on your own. And we will see you back again for the next workout. Have a great day.